Hi everyone, I am Ariel Lynn, and this is Ariel Lynn Yoga. So you know who I am, you know what we're doing. Thank you for joining me on the mat today for yoga before meditation. So maybe like some of you, I have a very hard time settling down for a session of meditation. So in this practice, we are going to get out any of that nervous energy we might have. We're going to really bring our awareness inward. We're going to do a lot of poses that require concentration and balance so we can be present. And by the end of our practice, we are going to be ready to move into meditation, or we'll simply be feeling at peace and at ease for the rest of our day. So we'll start at the top of our mat in whatever meditation pose that you would use. So for me, I like to meditate in a lotus posture. You may meditate in half lotus, sukhasana. You may even like to meditate in shavasana. And by all means, the mat is yours. Feel free. So we're just settling in our meditation posture of choice, closing our eyes, resting the palms on our knees, just feeling out this posture and bringing our awareness to this space. Maybe you pause the video to light a candle or burn some sage or incense, whatever is going to create an ideal space for you to meditate. And we're just taking a couple deep breaths here in through the nose and exhale out the mouth. Bringing our awareness to our meditation posture, because our intention for this practice is to prepare ourselves to meditate afterwards. So it's bringing our awareness to this intention. We'll start here and we'll end here, where you can turn off this video and ease into your meditation or the rest of your day. Take another nice deep inhale through the nose and exhale to let it go, anything in the way of you preparing to meditate. Take one more breath here, bringing your awareness to any areas of the body you need to relax, any areas of stored tension you can release before we meditate, and we'll work through those in our practice. And then you can relax your breath to a natural pace and find a nice comfortable seat. Maybe you move into sukhasana, finding a nice connection with your mat, growing long along the spine, feeling the crown of your head reaching towards the ceiling as your thighs grow heavy and move towards the mat. Sitting up nice and tall, relax those shoulders. You can open your eyes here, and on an inhale, we'll rise the arms up and overhead, reaching up towards the ceiling. Maybe you gaze up, and then we'll take a twist to the right, bringing the left hand outside of the right knee or thigh, bringing the right fingertips behind us. We'll sit up nice and tall and exhale to twist, gazing over that right shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale in your twist. Exhale, let it go. Inhale, come back up through center, reach up towards the sky. Maybe you gaze up. And exhale to take that twist to the left, bringing the right hand to the right thigh or knee, tenting the left fingertips behind you. On an inhale, grow long along the spinal column, and exhale, twist, gaze over that left shoulder. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale, let it go. On an inhale, we'll come back up through center, reaching up towards the sky, and then we'll lower the right hand to the side and reach over with that left hand for a side body stretch. Feel that beautiful connection from the left hip up through the side body, along the arm, and out through the fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale And on your exhale, we'll come back up through center, reaching both hands up towards the ceiling, and then we'll lower the left arm and bring that right hand over to the left. You can gaze up at the palm, the forearm. Take a nice deep breath, breathing along that right side body. And exhale through the fingertips. We'll come back up through center, leaving the left hand where it is and bringing the right hand out to our side. Maybe we walk the fingertips out a little ways, feeling a little bit of a stretch on either side of the neck and in the traps. And then we'll bring our right ear towards the right shoulder, getting a nice stretch in the neck. Maybe you bring the right hand to the top of the head gently, deepening the stretch just a little bit more. And if you're good here and you want to add a little more, you can reach back with the left hand towards the right hip crease for a bind. Really bringing the stretch down the neck, into the shoulders, the traps. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale to let go. We'll walk our hands back out on either side and bring the left ear towards the left shoulder. Taking a nice deep breath here. Maybe you bring the left hand to the top of the head gently. And if this feels nice, maybe you try that bind on this side, reaching that right hand towards the left hip crease. No worries if you don't make it anywhere near there. It's just an intention. Bringing the stretch down the side of the right side of the neck. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale, letting go. We'll take a nice deep inhale, rising both arms up and overhead. Reach, reach, reach. And then we'll lower the arms and the forearms in front of us, bringing our chest forward. Think of this like a modified Sphinx pose here. Getting a nice stretch along the low back, lifting the chin. We're tugging those forearms back as we're bringing our hearts forward. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, let it go. On our next inhale, we'll use that momentum to bring ourselves into a tabletop position. Finding our foundation here, spreading the fingertips nice and wide, bringing the wrists under the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. The tops of our feet are on our mat firmly. And if you look between the legs, move my sweatshirt here, you shouldn't be able to see your feet behind your knees. So you're nice and stacked. Nice long line of energy from the crown to the tail. And take a nice deep inhale here. And we're going to step back with the right foot. I'm going to walk a little forward so I'm not kicking the wall. And we're just going to rock back and forth, stretching out the hamstring, stretching out the back of the leg and the tops of the feet. And then we'll bring our knee back down. Take a nice deep inhale. As you extend the left foot back, same thing, we're pressing that heel back, rocking back and forth, getting a nice stretch along the back of the leg. Stay active in that leg. Beautiful. Now we'll bring that knee back down to the mat. On an inhale, we're going to kick that right foot back. And this time we're going to lift it up off the mat so there's a nice straight line from our hip to our feet. Holding our balance. Take a nice deep breath. And maybe you extend that left hand out like you're about to shake someone's hand. So this is our balancing table. Inhale and exhale to release. Great job. We're going to take that balancing act to the next side. We're going to step our left foot back and then inhale to lift that foot up off the floor. Feeling it out. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale. Maybe you reach out that right hand. You're shaking someone's hand in front of you. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale to release. We'll do that one more time. This time we're going to jump right into our balancing. So kick that right foot back as you reach forward with the left. Inhale. Exhale. And release the foot and hand to the mat. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale. On your next inhale, we're going to step that left foot back, lifting it up off the mat, reaching the right hand forward. You've got this. Take a nice deep breath. And exhale that hand and the left knee back to the mat. We'll bring our knees together and come back for a child's pose, bringing the palms up by our feet and our forehead to the mat. Breathing into the low back. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, feeling the support of the mat beneath you. On our next inhale, we'll come back up to our tabletop position. We'll bring our knees underneath our hips, tuck our toes, and lift the hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal it out here just for a moment. And then we'll bring those big toes to touch. On an inhale, extend the right leg up and back. Inhale. And exhale that knee to the chest before stepping it between the hands. Keeping the knee above the ankle, we'll pivot that back foot so it's parallel with the short edge of our mat and cartwheel the arms up for our warrior two posture. We're going to tuck our pelvis in. We're going to stay with our head above our heart over our hips as we reach our arms out on either side, lowering those shoulders. Gazing over the front fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale, lower the left arm, reach up and over with the right for a reverse warrior. Keeping that front knee over the ankle. Take a nice deep breath. Exhale back into your warrior two for a moment, and then we'll lower the forearm to the right knee, reaching up with the left hand. Maybe you gaze up at the sky or the fingertips. Take a nice deep breath here in your side angle. And exhale back to warrior two. We'll straighten this front leg and lower our hand down to the mat or our shin. Reaching up with the left hand once more for our triangle pose, keeping the hips lifted. Take a nice deep breath here. And exhale, we'll release the hands to frame that right foot, pivot on the back foot and step up, forward fold. Inhale for a half lift. And exhale to fold. And then we'll step back, downward facing dog. Great job. Like I said, this practice is going to require a little bit of concentration. We're bringing our awareness within, staying focused, so we'll be able to ease into some meditation. Bring those big toes to touch. We'll extend the left leg. I got it right this time. Up and back. Inhale. Exhale that left knee towards the chest. And then step between the hands, pivoting on that back foot, keeping the knee over the ankle as we cartwheel the arms up for our warrior two. Take a nice deep breath, keeping the hip, the heart, and the head stacked. Gazing over the left fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale to lower the right arm to the thigh, reaching up and over with the left for a reverse warrior. Take a nice deep breath along that side body, keeping the knee over the ankle. Exhale, we'll come back to our warrior two, and then we'll lower our left arm to our thigh, reaching up with the right fingertips for a side angle pose. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale, we'll come back to our warrior two. Relaxing the shoulders, gazing over the front fingertips. Inhale. Exhale to straighten that front leg and begin to lower the left hand down towards the mat or the shin as you reach up with the right hand. Keep the hips lifted as you either gaze up at the hand, or if you need a little extra stability, you can gaze at the floor. But maybe you challenge yourself today and gaze up at the fingertips. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, we'll bend into that front knee, frame the left foot, pivot on the back foot, and step up to a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back, nice straight line from the tailbone to the crown. And exhale to fold. We'll slowly make our way up to a standing posture, keeping the head heavy as we rise nice and slowly. Adjust your leggings if need be. And then we'll rise the arms up and overhead. We'll grab our right wrist with our left hand and reach over towards the left, getting a little side body stretch here. Inhale back to center, switch wrists, grabbing the left wrist, coming over towards the right. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale back to center. Keep the feet about hips distance apart. We're reaching up, and then we'll begin to bring the tailbone down, sitting back in our chair pose for just a moment. Reaching up and forward, holding for 3, holding for 2, and for 1, we'll swan dive forward, forward fold. And then we'll step back, downward facing dog. Take a moment to pedal it out here in your downward facing dog. And then we'll bring those big toes to touch. Extend the right leg up and back. Inhale. And exhale, bring the knee to the chest, stepping it between the hands. Stay up on that back toe as we rise our arms up for a high lunge. Take a nice deep inhale as you reach up towards the sky. Maybe the palms meet. You take a slight back bend here for a high crescent. Woo. Embrace any moments of instability. And exhale, we'll bring our knee to the mat. We'll rise our arms up and once more for a low lunge. Maybe we move forward into this right hip, getting a really deep stretch along the left hip crease in the right glute. Take a nice deep inhale here. And exhale, we'll frame this right foot, step up onto the back toe, and step back with the right foot to a plank posture. Or maybe you're in a modified plank with the knees down on the mat. We're going to move into a side plank here. So I'll show you the modified version. We'll turn the right foot so that it's to the side here. And we'll come back with the left foot so it's reaching back. The blade inside part of the foot is on the mat. We're reaching up with the left hand, staying stacked across the shoulders. That's our modified side angle. If you'd like to try the full side angle pose, you'll be in a plank position. You'll turn the outside edge of the right foot onto the mat. Bring the left foot above it so the feet are stacked, the hips are lifted. You're reaching up with that left hand, holding for 3, holding for 2. You've got this. Holding for 1. And then we'll come back to our plank or modified plank and then lift those hips up and back for downward facing dog. Pedal it out. Before bringing those big toes to touch, we'll extend the left leg up and back, 3-legged dog. And then bring that knee to the chest and step it between the hands. Stay up on that back toe and lift the arms for a crescent lunge. Take a nice deep breath, staying strong in that front leg. Keeping the knee over the ankle. Take a nice deep breath. Maybe you bring those palms to touch. Take a little back bend. Beautiful. And then we'll bring our arms down for a moment, lowering the right knee. So we're in a nice low lunge. We'll inhale the arms up. Maybe get a nice stretch along the right psoas, the right hip crease, by bringing ourselves forward into the left thigh. Getting a nice stretch in the left glute and hip as well here. Inhale. And exhale, we'll frame that left foot. And same deal, we can step back to plank and then move into our side plank. Or you can modify it by coming down to the knees, bringing that left foot over, bringing the right foot all the way back, and reaching up with the right hand for a modified side plank. If you're moving from plank, we're going to turn onto the outside edge of our left foot, bringing our right foot on top of it, reaching up with those right fingertips, keeping the hips lifted. Inhale, holding for 3, holding for 2, and 1. Come back down to your plank or modified plank. Take a nice deep inhale and exhale back to downward facing dog. Pedal it out just for a moment, catching our breath. And then we'll walk those hands back. So we're in a forward fold at the back of our mat. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. And then we'll slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Bring those feet about hips distance apart. We'll rise the arms up and overhead. This time we're going to grab the left wrist with the right hand and take a side body stretch to the right. Inhale. And exhale, we'll come back up through center. Grab the right wrist with the left hand and come over towards the left in our side body stretch. Beautiful. Inhale, back to center, and then we'll reach those fingertips forward as we sink the hips back and down for a chair pose. Take a nice deep breath. Stay strong in all 4 corners of the feet as we hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We'll reverse swan dive forward to a forward fold. Inhale for a halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold, and then we'll walk those hands forward. So we're back in our downward facing dog. This is our last downward facing dog of our practice. Enjoy this alignment of the spine, of the chakras. Holding for just one more deep breath. And exhale, we'll release the knees to the mat. Bring the hands by our feet, palms facing up, and come down for a child's pose. Taking a couple breaths here to ground ourselves, to catch our breath. Enjoying this feeling of awareness, of centeredness. Hopefully feeling ready to meditate. On our next inhale, we'll push ourselves up to table, cross the ankles, and come back to a seated position. And we'll move into our meditation pose, whichever pose resonated with you today. I am taking my lotus posture, so bringing one ankle to one hip crease and the other ankle on top to another hip crease. Sitting up nice and tall, noticing how we feel here. Maybe you have your palms facing up on your knees, or one palm facing down, one up. Maybe you take a mudra to meditate. Taking one final breath here with our eyes closed together. Exhale. Hope to see you on the mat again soon. From my heart to yours. Enjoy your meditation.